Good evening and welcome into Carolina Originals, the radio show that puts a spotlight on people from North and South Carolina that's in the entertainment business and out here performing and doing it just for fun. The money comes in handy occasionally, don't it, guys? But,
yes, sir.
I know I could tell by your performance that you had here tonight at the Greenwood Community Theater that you enjoyed it, every bit of it, and we did too. I happen to be one of the folks that are in the audience while they're performing because we do the radio show right after the performance, and guys sounded really good.
Thank you, sir.
I really
Thank you very
enjoyed
much.
it. So Jazzy Trinity is the name of the group. I got to ask, first of all, everybody to introduce yourself. We'll start out on the end, the drummer, and come this way.
Carlton Jameson, drummer extraordinaire.
All right, my name is Antonio T.J. Edwards. I play keyboard and sing, and I'm from right here in Greenwood, South Carolina. Went to Emerald High School, and I'm back in my hometown. Thank you.
My name is Kevin Kennedy. I play guitar. I'm residing in Anderson now and originally from Detroit. So they ran me out of there, but I'm here now, so it's cool.
You must have picked up something good in Detroit because of whatever you brought back from there, you really sounded good on that guitar.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I got to tell you, and everybody did. I mean, you threw me back to remembering Frankie Beverly and Mays. I mean, and all kinds of jazzy groups that I played music from over the years. Then you had that influence. I heard a little Tony Tom Tone in there. Let's see. What else could I say? Stevie Wonder, of course. You did some Stevie Wonder, and I can't wait to play that back on the radio because I do wish those days would come back again.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Definitely.
It was all said in the music. He was a great performer, still is, and it's good to hear local guys out here doing this type of music. Tell me about your projects, your music. You got a CD. How can people get it? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so we have just released our Party Time CD. We have a website that you can contact us, jazzytrinity.com. That is JAZZYTRINITY.com. We have performed at the World Beer Fest in Columbia. We performed in Charlotte. We perform in Greenville a ton. So we perform around South Carolina, North Carolina. And so the title track is Party Time. That's the first track on there. Also, we have Chills and a couple of more great songs. And actually, we have an additional track. We have a Christmas song that is an old blues song called Santa Claus Wants Some Lovin' on that album, which we didn't get to perform tonight, but you would definitely love that. And Kevin Kennedy is featured on there. And I do want to mention one guy that produced that. His name is Ulaney Brewer. He's out of Simpsonville, South Carolina. He did a wonderful job of helping us produce, especially the Party Time song. We wanted to make a song for the parties that we have played at. We played at the Art Center. We played for the Commerce Club. We played for many different, private engagements. And so we have a video out there on YouTube, Jazzy Trinity as well. And like I said, the main thing is you can go to our site, jazzytrinity.com. If you'd like to get updates from us, you can text us. Text Jazzy TJ at 24251 to follow us and see where we will be performing. That's Jazzy TJ at 24251, or visit us at jazzytrinity.com.
I got you. Got to say, one of the things I noticed while I was watching not only you on stage, but watching you on Facebook as the camera was going in on the drums. I had to tell you, drummer earlier. I said, I've never seen drums that color, or that's an original there, right?
Yes,
That's
like
nice.
the original color was a candy purple / garnet
Orange.
or whatever,
Oh.
something like that. But prior to me buying drum cases, soft drum cases and whatnot, of course I always kept them in the car. So the heat from the outside heat caused the skin or the wrap or whatever to warp.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I can't perform with warped drums because you never know what might happen. So I was like, okay, let me just pop them off and see what else I can do with it. So once I took off the wraps and stuff, I was like, wow, the shells were still brand new. So I was like, okay. I didn't have to do a whole lot of sanding to them. I just went to Walmart, grabbed $5 spray paint,
And
There-
look how
there
they
it was.
turned out. Man, I love it. They look great.
And- and-
Yamaha drums.
And shout out to my friend Lamar Seymour. He was the one that helped me paint those. So
Yeah, it's nice. I really like it. And they sound good. I like your drum solo. It was great.
thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah. And on the guitar over here, what type of guitar are you playing?
Well, tonight I got my B.B. King and Les Paul Classic tonight.
Yeah.
I don't get to play it out a lot, because we usually, see it's safe in here, so I got to worry about somebody coming up and trying to pick it up or, you know how bars are, I mean, it's a bar, So, luckily when we do things like this and much nicer affairs, you can bring a little bit nicer equipment because you don't have to worry about it, but, other than that. But no, it sounds good. It sounded pretty good tonight. I was happy with it, so it sounds good.
I know we were very pleased because it was really on fire. Both of them, you were tearing it up.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
very much enjoyed it.
That's why we
And your
call him
style of
Santana.
playing. Huh?
That's why we call him Santana.
I know it. He was. I thought Santana was up here. He was tearing it up. But
Thank you.
yeah, I can tell you've been playing that a while.
Oh, yeah. I've been playing forever. So it's,
Give me a little
yeah.
background of your music history.
well, I started playing rock and roll. I'm a rock and roll guy. I started playing Jimi Hendrix and stuff when everybody in Detroit was playing Grant Green and jazz, and everybody was infatuated with that. I had a friend of mine who came from the Navy, and he brought back rock and roll. And, over on the east side of Detroit, nobody was listening to that. So he said, well, this is how you got to listen to it. You got to put the speakers next to your head and cut it up all the way. So we did that, and me and my best friend fell in love with it, and I started playing guitar. I was playing sax originally, and then I started playing guitar, actually because guitar players got more women than sax players at the time, so, it was, actually it was a lot more fun. I just got infatuated, and I think I was like, well, I don't want to say, I think I was around 12 or something, so it's been a good ride. I played around a lot in Detroit, a lot, and I came down here and started in Columbia. I stopped for a while and then found some really good musicians in Columbia. Got with them and migrated up here, supposedly retiring. And I met TJ at Cobb's Glen. He was doing a solo and I was doing a solo.
Yeah.
So we were rotating and I think we did we do one first or did we do the concert first?
Concert.
Wait a minute,
I think
the
we did the
concert,
concert first.
because that was a concert. I hadn't played with them.
Yeah.
I was playing solo at the thing, and they had a concert, and they have a guitar player. So I sat in with them, and I was like, "Well, these dudes are cool, man. This is really nice. No friction, no rap, no fussing. Just started playing, and it's been that way ever since.
And how long has that been?
Was it a year ago, February? Something like
Yes,
that.
Almost 2 years. Almost 2 years.
Yes, Kevin really started majorly with us. Beginning of 2019,
Right.
And the first time we played in Greenwood for the Valentine's Day when he was really playing like heavy with us, and then the next day we had to play at the World Beer Fest, and our saxophone player at the time could not make the show. And so it was going to be just me and Carlton as a duo. But I said, man, I got to have somebody. I have to have you playing guitar. He did such a great job just filling in that first night. He got a feel for the band. And so he said, well, I hadn't planned on it, but if you need me, I'll be there. And we played like on and off for every 30 minutes for about 8 hours that day.
Wow.
While people come in and out. And that's how he we really adjusted to him, and he adjusted to us. And from then on, I said, "You're my guitar player. I gotta keep him." Yeah.
It all just came together.
It all just came together, and he's always been adaptive, and that's what I like about him. I mean, he would tell me, "Hey, man, wherever you go, I'm gonna do my best to stay with you," and that's what I like. People who are adaptive, who we don't want to think too much. Just keep it fun. If you want to create music, but remember that at the end of the day, it's about enjoying it. And if you don't enjoy it anymore, is very much so a drag, you know. So we want to keep this band enjoyable. We want to keep this group enjoyable. And ever since he's been with us, it has been the most smooth, the most enjoyable that I have, I have seen, because I've gone through different things with commitment and rehearsals. We have never had that type of problems. I've never had those type of problems with either one of these guys. They've been very committed, and they show up on time to the shows. And those are the business things that have to happen in order for you to have a successful organization. Right. So
that's what kills you bad, is when you got too many loose ends and too many people who say they want to play, but they don't want to put in the commitment, or really don't want to put the work in. I mean, it's a certain amount of work that you got to put in, and if you're not willing to do it, you can tell. I mean, you can just tell. You've heard 1,000 bands. It's like, well, they're okay, but they could rehearse or something. And it's like, if you put the time in, you get the reward. If you don't put the time in, it shows. That's
you
all.
get out of it what you put in it.
Right. Exactly.
And at that point, guys, we're going to have to call it at the end of the interview here now. But again, let's plug your music. Hit it one more time. Tell me how we can get your music, and I got to get a CD myself.
all right, I'll make sure you
Okay,
get a CD.
I can play it.
Yeah, I'll bring one back to you.
Yeah.
So our Party Time EP that was just released, you can find us on jazzytrinity.com and text Jazzy TJJAZZY TJ to 24251 if you would like to get updates about the band, where we're performing and different things like that. So that's the way to, and plus we're on social media, Facebook and Instagram, but you can, like I said, you can visit us on jazzytrinity.com, and we have CDs there as well.
Beautiful. Got to ask you one more question. How'd you come up with the name Jazzy Trinity?
I love telling this story. The original name for our group was Steve G and the Juniors. Our good friend Stephen Galloway, who played saxophone, local cat around here. It was the three of us that started. Then, like, as time progressed, where he wasn't able to, stay with the band, he wanted to do his, solo thing, which we respect. And we would show up to gigs and be like, okay, which one of y'all Stevie G? Oh, he's not here. And of course, my name having Junior in the name, technically he's a junior, but he goes by Antonio Edwards II.
Yeah.
That's where Steve G and the Juniors came in.
I see.
But we were like, if we show up to a gig as Stevie G and the Juniors and one of the members is not there, how can you call it Stevie G and the Juniors? So we were like, just come up with a name that pretty much says what we do, how we do it, and what we represent.
Yes.
So with us being, me and Antonia are music educators. He went to Furman, I went to Lander, studied music at those particular schools. So jazz was pretty much our function, our functional genre. On top of us being church musicians, so we believe
Get
in
the Trinity in there.
Right, we believe in God, so we were well-rounded musicians. So in the midst of that, it was three of us. So it was a play off of the three of us being wholesome musicians.
That's what I want to hear.
So once Jazzy Trinity stuck, it's like, that's where it needs to be.
That's right, and it says it all.
And it's
You don't have to worry.
and the funny thing is when you hear that, it's like y'all don't just play jazz. No.
No, you don't.
That we have R&B, we have Motown, we have beach, we throw a little gospel in there too. Again, because we're church musicians, so
Yeah.
we don't have a choice. But that's where
It comes out.
That's where it's stuck, and from that point on, it's like it fits.
It's a bad time with the virus and all, and I know you guys would love to be performing more. And when you occasionally do get a show, I know there's going to be limited crowds and things, but hang in there. You got the sound. Thank you so much for appearing tonight on Carolina
Thank you for
Originals.
having us.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up here. Boogie with Carolina Originals, associated with Hometown Hodges on Facebook, where you can go and see their video at any time. If you're listening on the radio, hit Facebook up, go to Hometown Hodges, and visit Jazzy Trinity. All right, so there you go. The video is going to be playing. I heard you played down in Howard's on Main some. So let's get in a plug for Howard's on Main. Always got great food down in Howard's on Main. And we got to talk about custom audio and lighting. Guys, let's give the crew a hand. Don't you think they did a
Yes,
good
thank you
show?
so much, making us sound super professional tonight.
Carolina Original signing off for now, but stay tuned. More episodes coming up on Hometown Hodges and Carolina Originals. Have a good one.